So good morning to all of you. Today we are going to study the topic nationalism and imperialism from the chapter The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. Students, we have already studied about nationalism. We have studied that in 18th century, 19th century, the spirit of nationalism spread throughout Europe. The spark started from France and then it floated in all the countries of Europe. People started fighting for the unification of their country. People started revolting for liberty, for bringing monarchy system to an end. So there was patriotic feeling or nationalism, feeling of nationalism throughout Europe. But now this feeling of nationalism slowly changed into imperialism. Now, what is imperialism? It is actually a policy of extending a country's power and influence on other country through colonization or military force. When a country becomes very powerful and now it wants to increase its power by dominating other countries, by conquering other countries, this is imperialism. Okay, so by the last quarter of 19th century, almost all countries of Europe, they became intolerant of each other. They wanted to conquer the other country to show their supremacy. And in this way, there was a feeling of imperialism in Europe. The most serious source of nationalist tension in Europe was after 1871, and it was known as Balkan issue. Here you can see this is your Balkan area, which included various states of Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, etc. This is your Balkan area in Europe. It constituted various states, and a maximum part of Balkan was under the control of Ottoman Empire, that is Turkey. Now we will study that how Balkan became a major source of conflict in Europe. As I have already told you that there were so many states which came under the Balkan region, and all of them had different ethnic and geographical regions. People, those who lived in Balkan area, they were known as Slavs, and they were ruled by Ottoman Empire, that is Turkey. So as the spirit of nationalism, as the spirit of liberty spread throughout Europe, therefore, most of the states of Balkan, they started revolting against the Ottoman Empire, and ultimately they all became free. We have already studied about Greek War of Independence. We have studied that after the Treaty of Constantinople, Greece was declared an independent nation. Similarly, other states which were under the Ottoman Empire, slowly, they also got independence from the Turkish rule. Now, after becoming independent, there were two things. The first thing is that each Balkan state, after becoming independent, became jealous of the other state. Every Balkan state started thinking that it is the most superior state, and now it wanted to extend its influence on other state. It developed a desire to conquer the other state to become more powerful. This is the first thing. The second thing is that in Europe, the remaining powers who could not conquer Balkan earlier because it was under the control of Ottoman Empire, now they were planning to extend their influence on Balkan area. So you can see in Europe, there was a wave of dominating the other country. On one hand side, you can see that the Balkan countries, initially they all were ruled by Ottoman Empire, but once after becoming independent, they wanted to extend their empire by dominating another Balkan state. On the other hand side, the remaining European countries, now they were also planning to conquer the Balkan area because they could not do this earlier. So in this way, there was a clash of imperial sentiments, which led to many wars between major European powers. And ultimately, this gave rise to First World War. So this is how Balkan became a major source of tension in Europe after 1871. Is the topic clear?